Can you hear me now? So that's a little high. There we go. That's about right. Well, welcome to my stream. Today we're going to work with Maya 2010. We can probably work with later versions later on, but right now we're going to deal with Maya 2010 because that is what I think most people have. All right. When you first open Maya, you will get this palette right here, which says Essential Skills Movie. And they are indeed essential. What they are is they give you navigation, and the navigation is critical. Now, I will go over a lot of these just in quick for right now. And let me play with a couple of windows. And we'll go ahead and minimize that. So, just going over the basic screen. Generally, when you first open it, it's going to look like this. And you're going to have your top view, your side, your front, and your perspective. To navigate your views, you hold down the middle mouse button and the Alt key, and that will give you a pan, as you can see right there. Holding down the Alt key and the left mouse button gives you rotation. Holding down the Alt key and the right mouse button gives you zoom. So, you can just, with these keys, navigate around fairly well. And when you have an object, and let's say it's off center, but you want to focus on that one, you select the object and you hit the F key, F as in Frank. And that will allow you to orbit around it. This also works for sub-objects. So if I hit the F on that, I can orbit around just that face. Now, okay, so the stream seems to be breaking up a little bit. Um, yeah, sorry about the lag. Now, once you have these if you want, if you have your own copy of Maya open, please go ahead and open it, and we will have. I'll be open to any questions. But again, if you hold down the Alt key, left mouse is rotate, middle mouse is pan, right mouse is zoom. As an aid to navigation, up in the corner here, you have this box. And if you click on the box, it will turn to that view. But since the home is the perspective, it'll always return to that. Down here in the other corner, you have your typical XYZ tripod. For Second Life, you're going to have to set your files up so that they are Z up, X forward, and Y to the left. So this is what's called a right-handed orientation. And what that means is that if you make a pretend gun with your hand, but then stick your middle finger out 90 degrees, your thumb pointing upwards towards the ceiling is the Z-axis, your index finger is the X, and your middle finger is the Y. This is an old concept, left and right-handed, from the early days of 3D. It's now not so critical, but it's a good idea to figure out how to get around. Maya is natively what's called left-handed, which is if you make a pretend gun with your hand, but that turn it to the side so that your middle finger points up and your thumb points to the left, where it is X forward, Y is up, and Z is to the right. This is how Maya is natively. Now, when you open Maya, it'll open up left-handed, and you want to change it to right-handed. So what you do is you go to Window, Settings and Preferences, Preferences. And you go down all of these menu items to Settings, just Settings. You click Settings, you set the up axis as Z, you set the linear working units to meters, and you hit Save. Now you notice there's a clipping problem here. This is going to make navigation hard because the camera is still thinking in terms of centimeters. So what you do is you go to View, select Camera, and hit Control A. And this brings up the attribute panels. Cameras only have 2. And so you set the far clip plane to 1 kilometer or 1,000 meters. And the near clip plane you leave there. And you just hit Tab. And then you can get out of it. Okay, Seb, go ahead. All right, stopping. Okay, I'll go over it again. Go to Window. Go down to Settings and Preferences. Then go to Preferences and let go. Drop down to Settings. You set your system Z up, linear meters, and you save. And then you get that clipping problem. So if you can see the mouse, you go over to View in this panel. Okay. Go to View and go to Select Camera. The camera is selected. Then hit Control A and go down here to where it says near clip plane or far clip plane. And in the far clip plane you set it to 1 kilometer is good. And then you hit Tab to tab out. Got it? Then you hit Control A to close it.